Well, that exclusive Rahul interview has now become the nation's talking point. From directly attacking Modi to making his anti-corruption stand clear, Rahul Gandhi broke his 10-year-long silence on issues that matter. Here are the excerpts from that exclusive interview.
You've just avoided this whole question about whether you're open for the Prime Minister's post.
Yeah.
It seems to me, Rahul, that you're avoiding a difficult contest.
See, if you look at the speech I gave in the AICC just a few days back, the issue is basically how the Prime Minister in this country is chosen. Way the Prime Minister is chosen in this country is through the MPs. Our system basically chooses MPs, and then the MPs elect the Prime Minister. I said pretty clearly in my speech in AICC that if the Congress party so chooses, and the Congress party wants me to do anything for them, I'm happy to do that. It's respect for the process. In fact, announcing your Prime Minister prior to an election, announcing your Prime Minister without asking the members of Parliament, is not actually was written in the Constitution.
You did that in 2009?
No, we didn't.
Of course you did.
No. What we did in 2009 was that we had an incumbent Prime Minister. Prime Minister won the election. He then went to Parliament. The members of Parliament decided that Prime Minister was going to continue. And there was actually a process where he was asked.
You named your prime ministerial candidate, Rahul.
We had an incumbent Prime Minister, and there was no question of our changing him.
See, Rahul, we can go up and down on this question.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is this: who else will they choose? Who else will Congress MPs choose but Rahul Gandhi?
That's up to them, right? But what one has to do, and I think this is central to what I keep saying, is democracy is about respect of processes. Democracy is about non-arbitrary decisions. Democracy is about spreading decisions. It's not about destroying processes. There is a process in the Constitution. That process says, and it's clearly written in the Constitution, it says, members of Parliament are to be elected by the population, and members of Parliament are to elect the Prime Minister. All I'm doing is respecting that process.
Are you avoiding a direct face-off with Narendra Modi? Is there a fear of loss, Rahul? Because this election, frankly, is not looking very good for the Congress party from overall estimates. And the growing belief is that if Rahul Gandhi has not picked up the challenge officially, that means there is a fear of loss. He's avoiding a direct one-on-one battle with Mr. Narendra Modi. Rahul, you must answer that now.
To understand that question, you have to understand a little bit about what Rahul Gandhi is and what Rahul Gandhi's circumstances have been. And if you delve into that, you'll get an answer to the question of what Rahul Gandhi is scared of and what he's not scared of. So the real question, right, is what I'm doing sitting here. You're a journalist. When you were small, you must have thought to yourself, I want to do something, right? You decided to become a journalist at some point. Why did you do that?
You're asking me the question.
I'm asking you the question. This is a conversation.
Because I like and enjoy being a journalist, and because it is a professional challenge for me. My question to you is, Rahul, are you avoiding a direct face-off with Narendra Modi?
I'm going to answer the question, but I just want to ask you: when you were young and you thought about being a journalist, what drove you?
Once I decided to become a journalist, I cannot be half a journalist. Once you've decided to get into politics and you are leading your party effectively, you can't be leading your party by half. So I throw the question, Rahul, with respect back at you. And my question to you is, Narendra Modi is challenging you on a daily basis.
So I'll answer. You're not answering the question I asked you, but I'll answer the question that will give you some insight into how Rahul Gandhi thinks. Okay? And for that, I'll have to expand a little bit about my growing up, how I grew up, the circumstances I grew up in. What I saw when I was a child was my father, who was a pilot, and because of circumstances, was thrown into the political system. And all I saw when I was small, after my grandmother died, was my father in constant combat with the system in India. And then I saw him die, actually, right? In my life, I've seen my grandmother die. I've seen my father die. I've seen my grandmother go to jail. And I've actually been through a tremendous amount of pain as a child, when these things happen to you. I mean, there's absolutely what I had to be scared of, I lost. There's absolutely nothing I'm scared of. I have an aim. I have a clear aim in my mind. And the aim is that I do not like what I see in Indian politics. It's something that is inside my heart. It's like when, in our mythology, when they talk about Arjun, he only sees one thing. He doesn't see anything else. You ask me about Mr. Modi, you ask me about anything. I only see one thing. And the thing I see is that the system in this country needs to change. I don't see anything. I'm blind to everything else. Okay? I'm blind because I saw people I loved being destroyed by this system. I'm blind because this system every day is unfair to our people. I asked you today, you come from Assam. And I'm sure that you also in your work feel the unfairness of this system. You're not going to answer my question, so we're not going to go there. But this system every day hurts people. Okay? And I felt the pain that the system can cause. I felt the pain with my father. I saw him every single day of his life. So the question of whether I'm afraid of losing an election, or whether I'm afraid of Mr. Modi, or whether I'm afraid of these things is, it's not, one second, it's not actually the point. What I want to do, I'm here basically for one thing. I see tremendous energy in this country. I see more energy in this country than I see in any other country. I see billions of youngsters. And I see that this energy is trapped.